welcome to your favorite No.VI podcast, Now You Know.VI. Victor, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Sheryl.
How were the holidays for the Cardnesses?
You know, we all survived everything. I'm not sure if everyone got what they wanted, but we had presents wrapped, we unwrapped them, we ate a lot of food. It was good times. Good sports watching all around, so kids are still off until, I think, next Monday, so...
I know.
Yeah.
Man, holidays continue to drag on. You know, I think the interesting thing, we had a great holiday too, and the New Year was super quiet, but sports, as you mentioned, were off the rails. It was so fun to watch all the sports the last week. The weather has just made everything drag on. I think it was so quiet in Novi during the holidays. I can't remember a holiday season when we didn't have snow, ice, something. But our city teams it was really relatively quiet. Wouldn't you say?
I would agree. Knock on wood, everything's been very, very calm, and there wasn't a lot of need for people coming in over the holidays to plow streets or anything. So
I know.
yeah.
You and I both worked last week, and it was just so quiet. It was nice. I got a ton done, a ton cleaned off my desk. Let's hope that this sets the tone for 2024. What do you think? Would you be okay with that?
I would be okay with that, but we got a lot of elections, we got a lot of stuff going on, so I don't think it's gonna be that quiet.
Okay. So 2024. I don't want to look back. Let's look forward.
I like it.
Give me three things, Victor, you are most excited about in Novi.
In Novi only, all right.
In Novi. Well, I guess maybe not. What are you most excited?
So Ian Walsh going to England can't be one of mine then. All right.
Well, oh God, I would say I'm excited, but I'm also. It was so funny. My heart has got those mom like 2.5 years ago when we dropped him at college. I feel all that same angst.
It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be great. So.
I know. Yeah.
I think the biggest one that I have is now we have a new complete council. We talked about that last podcast with a new council member and getting them all together, and then we have just getting them all together and on the same page and moving forward. So that's obviously the first one. We'll talk about goal setting in a little bit, but. Just we had a great staff team here, so just looking forward to all the different events in 2024. And I think we're being more proactive this year in terms of getting those on the calendar and getting them organized. So looking forward to a lot of great things happening. I can't think of a third one. I got my son going to high school, I guess. So I guess
that's exciting.
Jumping into that whole world of having 3 kids in 3 different schools and having the kid right next door in high school and 3 different start times. So that's going to be something to behold for sure.
Okay, let me give you my three.
All right, can't wait.
And I'm going to combine 2 of them into one because they're projects. They're project city related.
Okay.
So I am super excited to see the completion of 2 projects. Studio No.VI, our enhanced new studio, where people listening to the podcast will hopefully within the next month or so be able to watch us filming and video and watch us on Spotify. So that's exciting. And the Splashpad. So that's another huge project that will come to fruition this spring. So Memorial Day weekend, I think that'll open. Another project, this is my number 2, and for those that live in the north, I cannot wait, and I can't believe I'm really trying to stay positive in 2024. I cannot wait to say goodbye to GLWA in 2024 and have Meadowbrook Road reopened. I cannot wait to see that water main expansion project come to completion.
Pretty optimistic 2024 is going to get done.
Oh gosh, I know. I'm putting it out there, Victor, but they're already like a year delayed.
And to your point earlier, the weather's been good, so they should have been.
Weather's been good.
They should have been still working on this.
We actually tried walking in there this week.
Mm-hmm.
We turned around. It's so bad. The road is tore up. It's so bad. So the sidewalk's a mess. And then I think similarly to yours, one of the things I'm really looking forward to is we have a new, I guess, kind of new community relations team. We saw a promotion of one of our teammates And we've just have a great community relations team, and I am so excited to see what we do together in this new role and how we mesh together and innovate our communication delivery. I think it's one of the things that I've admired for my 20 years here. We've never rested on our laurels, and this podcast was an idea of yours a couple years ago, but always looking for new ways to deliver communication and maintain quality services. So I'm super excited for that in the new year.
Yeah, and we, as you mentioned, this new endeavor with the podcast, so we hope to get more engagement in 2024. We're hoping for more listener engagement and more questions from listeners on topics or questions you want to get answered via the podcast. So please, is there an email they should email this to, or
communityrelations@cityofnovi.org.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, communityrelations@cityofnovi.org for any topics they want covered. We're going to have to, when we go live on video, we're going to have to do something that people are going, I have to watch that. Is it you wear a funny hat? Do you wear a T-shirt with a saying on it? We're going to have to leave those, is it Easter eggs where people, the first person to email what they get a prize, or we're going to have to really do something to up our game and get our listenership up. Are you on board?
I'm on board. You let me know.
You alluded to it earlier, something that's going to set the stage. We talked about it in one of our earlier podcasts, but this Saturday, Victor, is goal setting.
Yep. So this is as we call it, our early input budget session. So this is an opportunity for our city council to give us some early input on. Unfortunately, our budget process is already in full swing. We are on a July 1st, June 30th budget cycle, and once July 1st hits, I feel like we're already working on the next budget for the next year. So this is an opportunity for City Council to let us know what's going on, what their ambitions or what their goals are for the next fiscal year and beyond. So this is the first time with the new City Council and we haven't done it. We had a year lapse. We're always waiting for a new council. So this is what the prior methodology was. So we'll see if they want to keep on doing it every other year or maybe do every year again. So, so we'll gather on Saturday morning. We'll have a great conversation. They will vote on goals, and we'll hopefully dive into some big strategic things that is kind of the council and the community is grappling with.
So their short and long-term goals will be identified, hopefully, at the end of this process. We're doing it a little different this year. You mentioned, we met on this a little while ago, transformative projects. So in addition to short and long-term goals, there's going to be an opportunity for them to have some discussion on some transformative projects that are longer term.
Yeah, so there's two committees that are already in the works that are the Building Needs Committee for the Public Safety Facilities that's been ongoing, as well as our Older Adult Needs Committee. So those are things that we're going to be looking to just to kind of get the new council members up to speed on stuff, and also just to get some feedback on, hey, when are we looking at sunsetting those committees? When do you want them to kind of report out to kind of move to the next stage? And what is tied into that, as well as, we've been talking about Beck Road. I hear it, you hear it on the street in terms of Beck Road. We have financing from the feds to go from 11 Mile to Grand River to expand it, but what about south of 11 Mile? And do we need how does that work? It's good. It's a big ticket item. It's all these items are in the tens of millions of dollars to either construct or expand. So we're also looking at the 12 Mile expansion, looking at ITC in the work that has been done on that. So these are all things that have been in the works for some time. There's been plans, there's been community input sessions on a lot of this stuff. So we're hoping to get some direction on when this city council would like those things done.
So you're right. Those are big ticket items, right? The short and long-term goals could be, hey, this pathway, we need to make sure that there's connectivity here, or I don't know, something. The Japanese, can we make sure that our communications are broadened to meet the needs of maybe some of our Asian community members? Those are short, easy, attainable, right? The transformative projects, will change Novi for years and years and years to come, right? ITC, just to clarify, is ITC Community Sports Park for anyone.
We're not talking about their campus
Their
or the
horse
trail. We're talking about the community sports park.
We're talking about community sports park, which, if anyone has had kids that played out there, it has not been really upgraded, Victor, in 20 years.
Probably, yeah.
20 years.
The Tim Pope play structure was done a
That's
few
true.
years ago, but in terms of the actual fields, the baseball fields, the soccer fields, the tennis courts, and there's a lot of facilities there that we're looking at revamping and resituating. With the addition of Bosco now, we can flex that and flex some of those activities over there, as we hopefully will then reconfigure the sports park.
So for anyone that might be interested, the council session, the goals, the early input goals session is going to be streamed on our city's website. It'll be available on AT&T and Charter Spectrum. It's also open to the public. It's right here in the council chambers. It begins at 9:00 in the morning, and looks like your agenda had us going no more than 4 hours, right, Victor?
Here's hoping. Here's
hoping.
Yep.
Here's hoping. And then right on its heels will be our first city council meeting, regular meeting of the new year on January 8th. It's going to be a short meeting, though, because we all know that there is a big championship football game that night.
And I'm just flabbergasted that you are keeping your eyes out for this big Maize and Blue team playing on that day.
So here's the deal. It's no secret I'm a Spartan. I bleed green and white. But, come on. This is the state of Michigan.
Hey, I know.
We need to root for Michigan, right?
I'm just happy they hear that, so that's all.
Yeah. So, yes, I will. I'll just say go Michigan. I'm not going to say go blue. Go Michigan.
I was shocked to see the governor wearing a Michigan hat, too. So it's
there
just
you go.
One of those things.
Yes, she's a Spartan, too.
Yep.
Well, with that, thank you for listening to Now You Know By, and we wish you a very happy, healthy, safe new year. And I guess I'm going to leave on saying, get involved, be engaged in our Novi in 2024. It's because of you that Novi succeeds, and it's because of you that Novi is a great community. Anything to add, boss?
No, that's fantastic. I look forward to interacting and hearing from the residents.
Thank you, and now you know why.